Hi everyone. So in this video we'll discuss about highly important core Java questions. So post this video I will explain about the Selenium TestNG related questions and so let's discuss about Java questions in this video. So very first question is what is difference between JDK, JRE and JVM? So JVM is a Java virtual machine. It is an engine that runs Java program, converts bytecode into machine code, manages memory, heap stack and handles garbage collection. So this is the work of JVM. JRE Java Runtime Environment. It provides the environment to run the Java application, does not allow development, no compiler. Then we have JDK. JDK is a Java development kit. It provides tools to develop, compile and run Java application. So this is all about JVM, JRE and JDK. Then we have second question as explain OOPS concepts with real example. Okay, OOPS is a object oriented programming is a programming approach that uses objects and follows encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism and abstraction to make code reusable, secure and easy to maintain. Then we have first encapsulation. So there are four types of OOPS concept. First one is encapsulation. It means wrapping data and methods into a single unit and hiding internal details from outside access. For example, a capsule medicine is inside. You can't see or modify it directly. So this is the real-time example. Then we have second OOPS concept is inheritance. It allows one class to acquire properties and behavior of another class. Example, child inherits traits from the parent, right? So there are four different types of inheritances: single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance and hierarchical inheritance. So that we'll discuss in the next question. Then we have third OOPS concept as abstraction. It means hiding implementation details and showing only essential features. Example, ATM machine. You know how to withdraw the cash, but you don't know internal bank logic. So that is the example. And types are abstract class and interface are the types of abstractions. Then we have fourth as a polymorphism. It means one object which has many forms. A real world example is a person can be employee at office, parent at home, customer in a shop, right? Then the types of polymorphism are compile time polymorphism, which is also called as method overloading. Example is method overloading, and runtime polymorphism. Example is method overriding. Okay, so these are the OOPS concepts. So the next question is difference between abstract class and interface. So we know that interface and abstract class are the types of abstraction, right? Then let's know the difference between interface and abstract class. It is very important question. Interface, it has only abstract methods, and in the abstract class we have, it has both abstract and complete methods, right? Then in interface it has implementation class to execute abstract methods, and in abstract class it has concrete class to execute the abstract methods. So those are the classes where we create the object of that class. Like for implementation class here in interface, and of the concrete class we can create the object and we can execute all the methods in the abstract class. So third one is multiple inheritance. It supports interface supports multiple inheritance, and abstract class it doesn't support multiple inheritance. Then fourth one is access modifiers are public by default, public in the interface, but in abstract class any private, protected, default, public, any access modifiers can be anything here in the abstract class. Then fifth one is a variable are public and static final in interface, and here instance variables are allowed in the abstract class. These are the important differences between interface and abstract classes. So next question is what is inheritance and types of inheritance in Java. So okay, so it allows one class to acquire properties and behavior of another class. So that is called as inheritance, or like as I explained. Example is child inherits traits from the parent. So that is example, the real-time example. So there are four types of inheritance. Single level inheritance. One subclass acquires properties of superclass. There are only two classes in single level inheritance. But in multi-level inheritance, it takes between three or more classes. That is called as a multi-level inheritance. Here occurs when a class inherits from a class that already inherits from another class. So this inheritance takes place between three classes or more than that. So this is how it will look: parent to child and child to grandchild, like this. Then a third one is multiple inheritance. One subclass acquires properties of two superclasses at the same time. Java does not support it due to ambiguity issue. What is that? That is in detail I will explain in other video, but just keep in mind Java does not support this multiple inheritance. We can perform multiple inheritance using the interface, as I explained here. Multiple inheritance support by interface, right? But Java doesn't support it. Then fourth one is a hierarchical inheritance. Two or more than two subclasses acquires properties of one superclass. So this is referred as a hierarchical inheritance. So those are the four important types of inheritance. Next question is the difference between array and array list. So array static in size, array list dynamic in size. Size can increase here in array list, but in array it's static. Array can be multidimensional, but array list always a single dimensional. Array, to add elements inside the array we have assignment operator, that is double equal to, but in the array list we have add method to add the elements, and in array to iterate array we use for loop, for each loop, but in array list we use iterator cursor used to iterate array list. So there is a cursor types, list iterator, then set iterator, vectors. So there are different types here, types of cursors, but we use iterator cursor. High performance due to fixed size in the array, and in the array list low performance due to resize operations. What are collections? Difference between list and set. So this is also important question. Collection, it is a framework which provides a set of classes and interfaces for storing and manipulating group of objects. So this is important definition. Just keep in mind it is a framework which provides a set of classes and interfaces for storing and manipulating group of objects. So the properties of collection are: it is growable in nature, can hold homogeneous and heterogeneous objects, we can modify particular index value, it provides efficient storage and better manipulation for data. So the difference between list and set is list is interface, it is also set is also interface. In the list, list can add duplicate element. A set, no duplicate element is allowed in set. In list interface, multiple null insertion is possible. Here, single null insertion is possible in set interface. So to implement the list interface, we have implementation classes like array list, vector, linked list, hash set. Sorry, hash set is of this linked hash set. Sorry, I have to provide the space here. Okay, so this is the part of this set, right? So in the set, implementation classes are hash set, linked hash set, and tree set. And then in the list we have elements by position accessed. In the set, elements by position not accessed. So those are the important differences between list and set. What is a map and difference between hash map and hash table? Okay, so it is an interface represents a collection of key value pair where a key is unique and associated with exactly one value. A map stores, hash map stores data in key value pair. Key value pair is called as a entries. Duplicate keys are not allowed, but values can be duplicate. So those are the important properties of map. Hash map, hash table. So in the hash map not synchronized, hash table is synchronized. A hash map allows a single null key and multiple null values, but hash table not allowed. Hash map is faster, hash table is slower. Hash map used when thread safety not needed, and hash table used when thread safety is required. Okay, need to move to that side. Okay, used when thread safety is required, right? The next question is, how does equals differ from equals? So this is the assignment operator and this is the equals method, right? So let's check what equals mean. Double equals compares object references or private or primitive values, whereas equals compares the actual content of object. Okay, so double equal to, are they the same person? It checks are they the same person, and equals check do they have the same details, name and ID. Okay, for example, integer a is equal to 10, integer b is equal to 10, and when we use a is equal to b, so it will return as a true, right? Because we have same content, it checks the content, right? But in the string str_s1, string s1 is equal to new string java, string s2 is equal to new string java, and when we use s1 is equal to s2, it will return as false, because here the different memory is used here, right? And when we use s1 dot equals s2, it will return as true, because it checks the uh, details, like this java is same as this java, right? This is the difference between double equal to and equal to. It checks the memory, it checks the content, same content, right? So this is important question. And what is the next question is what is string buffer and string builder? Okay, so string is a collection of characters. String is a non-primitive data type. Immutable cannot be changed once created. Strings, any modification creates a new class. Thread safe by default and stored in a string constant pool area. So this is the memory type, constant pool and non-constant pool area. Okay. Then a string buffer, it is a mutable class in Java used to create and modify strings. Mutable can be modified, thread safe, synchronized, slower due to synchronization, used in multi-threaded environment. Then string builder, it is a mutable class in Java used to create and modify strings. It is mutable, non-thread safe, faster than string buffer, and used in single threaded environment. What is exception handling? Checked versus unchecked exceptions. Exception handling in Java is a mechanism to handle runtime errors so that the normal flow of the program is maintained. Checked exceptions are handled at compile time while unchecked exceptions occur at runtime. Checked exceptions are, for example, exception, file not found exception, and class not found exception. Whereas unchecked exceptions are arithmetic exception, array index out of bound exception, number formatting exception. So those are the examples of unchecked exceptions. Then the next question is what is final, finally, and finalize? Final is a keyword used to restrict the modification of final variable. When we use final for the variable, so value cannot be changed. When we use final for method cannot be overridden. And when we use final for the class, then class cannot be inherited to other classes, right? Finally is a block used to exception handling that always executes whether an exception occurs or not. Used for cleanup code, closing files, and DB connections. So finally, it is a block where we use in try catch while handling the exceptions. Finalize is it is a method of the object class that is called by the garbage collector before an object is destroyed. Used for cleanup before object removal, not reliable, deprecated in newer Java versions. The next question is what is static keyword? The static keyword in Java is used to create class level members that belongs to the class itself rather than the object. Static methods cannot access non-static variables directly. Static members are loaded before object creation. Static variables, memory allocated ones used for constants or common values. Static method can be called without creating an object, can access only static members. Static block executes once when the class is loaded, used for initialization. So that is the static block. Then the next question is what is method overloading and method overriding? Okay, so this is method overloading and overriding. Here the definition parameters. So here same method name and different parameters are there in the method overloading, but in method overriding method same method name and same parameters. Okay, let me shift it. Same method name and same parameters. Here the different parameters, right? In method overloading, class is the same class in method overloading, and in overriding parent and child class. Also inheritance is needed here in method overriding. So polymorphism, it's a compile time polymorphism and it's a runtime polymorphism. Then parameters must be different, must be same here. Then a run type is a can vary with parameters and same or covariant. Okay, then access modifier is here any in overloading, but cannot reduce visibility here. Then static methods can be overloaded and cannot be overridden. In the method overriding is not possible for the static methods. And final methods can be overloaded but cannot be overridden. Okay, so the next question is how does garbage collection works? Garbage collection works by identifying unreachable objects in heap memory and automatically freeing their space. Object creation, objects are created using new stored in heap memory. Object becomes unreachable and an object is eligible for GC when reference is set to null. Reference is reassigned, object is out of scope, mark phase. So this is how garbage collection works. It identifies the unreachable objects in heap memory and automatically freeing their space for the when there are reference is set to null, right? A reference is reassigned there. Okay, then what is immutable class? An immutable class is a class whose objects cannot be changed once they are created. If any modification is required, a new object is created instead of changing the existing one. Class is a final, prevents inheritance. All fields are private and final. Value cannot be modified. No setter methods, no way to change state. Fields are initialized only through constructor. So these are the important 15 questions of related to Java. So just go through all of them and prepare well. So in 15 minutes you can revise these questions, and those are very important. Yeah, that is it. Thank you.